Alright, so we back with another video. First video of the day for the builds is going to be the locks. Now, I'm gonna give y'all the stretches, I'm gonna give y'all the guards. I may gotta split up the guards. I may gotta do small guards and I may gotta do big guards. But I'm telling y'all right now, y'all do want more of these. Make sure to like the video, subscribe, notifications, comment, show the support. I'm giving y'all the work. I'm putting the work in. Y'all gotta support. It's simple as that. But yeah, no more talking. Let's hop straight into it. Now, I'm gonna put this at the beginning of the video, but I want people to understand this. This year, if you don't know, Rebirth, you get it when you get 90. You can unlock Rebirth. But if you don't know, if you get that first build to 99 overall, you can then make every other build a build you don't have to grind the overall ever again. So that's why, another reason why I'm making builds this year for all these videos that's going to last. It's not going to be a build that I'm remaking. I'm making all these builds to last. Yeah, we're going to figure out more stuff in the builder later, but I'm not making these builds based on that. I'm making these builds to last. Simple. Now, hopping straight into it. When it came to making these builds, all three of these builds, I literally went into the game trying to make the best lockdown build. Now, what I will say this year, they nerfed builds. They did not buff builds. You cannot do more on builds. That was capped. The only people you can do more on is if you're taller and if you're shorter. Everything that's a swing got nerfed. Pretty simple as that. Like, if you want to make a lock, they made it tougher. It just is simple. You want to be a big, like a shooter, they made it tougher. Simple as that. We gonna get into it though. Okay, so first builds we gonna go over it. Like I said, is going to be the lockdown builds. Now, for these builds, it's gonna be really just two builds. I was gonna show y'all three, but it's gonna be two. So first one is gonna be 6'6". I know it says point guard. You can make it at shooting guard small for it. I just put it point guard because I was going kind of fast, just trying to tinker with the build. 6'6" is the height I'm looking at. 6'7", I tried it. Being honest, it's either I didn't have the high enough rating to get my jump shot, or the defense to go alongside that wasn't even worth it to go from 6'7" from 6'6". 6'6" is really, really good on this game. So we're gonna show you guys why. 6'6", 230, 223, so that you can get the adequate strength and 7'2" wingspan. Alright, not even gonna waste y'all time. We ain't gonna go step by step, attribute for attribute, because we can do that in later videos. I wanna show you guys what's going to be happening early on when you're making your builds. When you're making your builds, you gotta understand how much are you going to play this game. That is gonna be a main thing, because they literally made it harder to make builds because of cap breakers. Now, I'm gonna explain why and how that is gonna affect it. When you're making a lockdown build, 2K is not really putting into it that you need dunk, you need some shooting, and you need some passing ability on your lock. Now, some people don't put pass. I personally think you need pass, so I'm gonna put that pass. But to go alongside being a lock, you also need defense. So I've mainly focused on perimeter defense, steal, block, and agility. I also made sure you had speed, because speed is kind of important too. Now, strength is important too. Now, why is strength important? That's going to be how you get a movable enforcer. Now, one thing I will say about this game, you will see on every build that I drop this year is going to have high perimeter defense. They were not lying this year when they said you need perimeter defense on builds. If you don't have high perimeter defense, it don't really matter. You're going to get just really inconsistent contests. The higher perimeter defense, the more consistent contests, the better bumps. I'm telling you, the perimeter defense actually does matter. Agility does matter. Do not let people tell you you don't need that. Just go steal. That's not going to work this year. Passing lanes are crazy, but that's not going to work this year. So yeah, I went strength so you get a movable enforcer. You also going to get some other stuff, but that was mainly for a movable enforcer. You also are going to get brick wall. Block. I got an 80 block. That's going to allow you to have silver high flying denier. High flying denier is chase down artists, but you can do it in any direction. And anytime you're like chasing down, like you can go help side, you can be guarding the person and chase down. You can do it's in any situation. And blocks are really good on this game. I would argue blocks are much better than steal. I've seen people getting blocks with a 60 block on this game and getting crazy animations. Block is really good. They kind of nerfed dunking too, so I'm gonna get into that too. But still, I'm not gonna get into that in this video. But still, I went 94. That's cap breaker. Now I will say, You only really need 2. So you could do 2 here and try to get some of it later, because you need 98. So you could do 4 and then do like 1 here, because you can get 95 and now you got Hall of Fame Challenger. And like I said, Challenger perimeter defense is at an all-time importance this year. So you could do your first cap breaker, you go 4 in the steal so that you can get the interceptor, legend, and then Hall of Fame glove, and then also to go alongside that, you can use the last one for Challenger. Then you will have another 5 you would get at veteran 2. If you don't, like I said, it's gonna be important how much you think you're gonna play this game. If you're not gonna play this game that much, it's fine. Now I know this video does say day 1, but I'm not making builds for y'all to make day 1 and then delete and waste more VC. I want y'all to have this build, and it's something that you can have for the entire year. Now, is that realistic? Probably not, but that's my goal is to make. Now, so yeah, you got the 94 and 94. Now, anywhere else you would use the cap breaker, I'm not really putting that for anybody to expect, because that is legend 1. I feel like the first 2 are gettable. If you do get that second one, you need to understand how much you're gonna play. If you're not gonna play enough to get that second one, I wouldn't put that into the incorporation of this build. Then you would have to, it would get really tough for you, because now you would have to choose between Limitless range or the 87 dunk where you get silver posterizer. I think silver posterizer is going to be very important. Now, silver posterizer, I've seen the Joe Knows stuff. The legend posterizer is not OP, but it's not OP because there's no precision dunker anymore. So yeah. Now, another thing I do need to get more into, because I'm just making builds, is the takeovers. I don't really know what's the best ones, but I know what's some good, like VIDS is crazy. VIDS is crazy. Stonewalls ball defenders into more stops, pickups, and fumbles. There's another one for steals. And you got to kind of understand, like, you got attribute requirements, you got to have all this stuff. So it's a lot of stuff that's actually important. But I make sure that you can get the posterizer silver. You got your Limitless range with set shot specialist, which is going to be very important for a lot, because you're going to be spotting up a lot. But also, if you want to cut, you want to move off ball, you can use your 88 agility that you also use for lateral quickness to move off the ball. Now, to go alongside that, you have a 71 pass so that you can pass the ball, 65 ball handle, 70 speed ball. So if you want to, that's going to allow you to do something with the ball. It's going to be better than just having like a 45 that you would probably have last year with your 75 pass accuracy and like a 0 on speed ball that you probably would have on your lot last year. So I think in some ways it's better, but in some ways it's nerfed. So this is the first one. So you got to understand, this is going to be the one that has less block, but in my opinion, this is the best one. Now, I will show you the name. 72 Shades of Lonzo Ball, Nate McMillan, Jalen Suggs. Bill comes out as... What is the build? I don't even know. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't really pay attention. Obviously, I made it at point guard, so if you make it a different position, it'll get a different name. But it still came as a defensive menace. All right, this one. Now, I think y'all gonna like the name for this more, but I don't know if y'all gonna like the build as much. Now, I think this is still a good one, but I've looked at the 6'7s. I didn't like the 6'7s on the same level as 6'6 and 6'8. You can make a 6'7 lock on this game. I'm not saying you can't. I just didn't like it on the same level. 6'8, 218, again, so you can get that 85 strength. 7'4" wingspan is max wingspan. On the 6'6", that was literally max wingspan, and he was able to still get 83 3 ball. That's another benefit that you get at 6'6 compared to 6'7 and 6'8. Now, things that you do get at 6'8 in comparison to 6'6, you get much more block. Now, this is what I'll say. Again, this is me breaking it down again. You gonna have to know how much you gonna play this game this year, because if you don't know, it's gonna get rough. Now, what I would do my cap breaker for this build, if I was making it, steal. Steal would be my main one. You go +5 here, you get glove, Hall of Fame, and you're gonna have that Hall of Fame interceptor. That's gonna be tough. You're gonna have double whammy, you know? But you cannot get really any more badges from the perimeter defense. Like you get 95, 96, 97, and you can't get above a 94 perimeter defense. So I just kept it went to 92 and just kept it there. If you want to put it up max, go ahead and do that. It does help. You just won't get no badges. I just kept it at 92 so you can get the badges. 92. Like I said, the first 5 cap breakers, you're putting it on steal. That's not even debatable in my opinion. That's what you're going to do. 92 block. You're going to be able to have high flying denier, Hall of Fame, silver paint patroller, silver pogo stick. If you want to go even crazier, go +1 on block. You're going to have a 93 block. Go +4 on interior defense. Now you have gold paint patroller. So now you have really good blocking, Hall of Fame steel badges with gold perimeter badges. That's one of the best arsenal of badges you can possibly have on this game while still having the adequate shooting, because people are not going to understand. You need a certain amount of shooting this year to have your animations. So it's not just about getting your jump shot, it's about getting your dribble pull up and all this. Now, if you do find a way to get a 78, then you can save a lot more on this mid-range. But for now, I'm not finna tell people to make builds with anything lower than 83, because for majority of the good animations, you need 82 plus that I seen. So yeah, and I will be getting into that tomorrow for animations, but I want to be able to test stuff out more. I'm just giving y'all builds because I'm in the building right now. I'm in the building. But yeah, now physicals. 80 speed, not as quite as high as the other one is 85, but you still have a good enough speed. 83 agility, not as quite as high as 88, but still enough agility. 85 strength again, 83 vertical this time, so that you can have the high flying denier. Now, if you do end up getting that last 5, what would I put that to? I would put that to the driving dunk. If you put it to the driving dunk, you're not gonna get posterizer, you're not gonna get area wizard, you're just putting that up just to be able to have a higher driving dunk. If you don't want to do the driving dunk, you can do mid-range. If you don't want to do mid-range, you can do vertical. If you don't want to do that, you can do speed. You can do whatever you want. That's just what I would do. Simple as that. I also tried to get y'all free throw because these are locks. So locks, you can want to use your lock if you want to play Pro-Am, you want to play Rec. Wherever you want to play, Proving Ground, that's 5v5 now. Wherever you want to play with this, you can play whatever. Simple as that. Now, do you have a 90? No, you're not a guard. But yeah, just try to make sure that you had your little free throw. So that's pretty much the build. Let's go ahead and hop into the name. The name is very good. Deshaun Stevenson, Herbert Jones, Alex Caruso. Build comes out as, I'm actually proud of the name though. You know what I'm saying? Comes out as a versatile stopper. And that's the build. I'm telling y'all, bro, I'm in the builder, trying to get y'all the best of the best. If these ain't the best lockdown builds, I didn't do my job. Hopefully these the best you're gonna see today. Simple as that. Y'all do want more, like the video, subscribe. I seen a lot of people saying 6.7s was gonna be the best locks. I was testing it. I didn't really like it, to be honest. And I ended up going 6.6 and 6.8, and I liked them more. So yeah, do you want the limitless range? Do you want the better finishing? Do you want the better blocking with the more well-rounded defense? That's really what it's gonna come down to. How much you gonna play the game? That's gonna come down to a lot. Because if you play the game a lot, you're gonna be able to make one of these builds, and they gonna be crazy. Simple as that. But yeah, like the video, subscribe. More videos gonna be coming. Expect another build video to be dropping as soon as this one drop almost. So it's a flood coming. Stay tuned. Further ado though, your boy Fitz. I'm out of here, man.
I got digital dash, came right with a I walk in the store and I buy the stock. I hide in the bins and pull out the lot. Got Tiffany diamond, it cost me a lot. They flying like birds.
Tell them to bring me my money. Yeah!